Welcome back, listeners. And this is Fate's Rest. Now, last time, our heroes got into a bit of a predicament. I let them go over what happened so far.
Now, you gotta define predicament, because I just remember a big, friendly cat that may or may not view us as food.
Well, when cats play, it's like hunting play, right? This is...
That is fair.
Yeah, all we need is some catnip at the moment, and we should be just fine.
Shake a bag of catnip and just pss, pss, pss.
Yeah.
But would it be light catnip or dark catnip?
I think neither, considering it doesn't like either. I don't really know. I thought it was a fan of dark things, but I was wrong, so let's figure out what's happening. That's the summary you guys get. Go back and listen.
Yeah, we'll get right into it. It's battle time. Cue battle music. It's Zug's turn.
So Zug will do the ever classic mage move in melee combat when you're not wearing armor and cast mage armor, and that's all he has for an action. I would, however, like to it is. So I would like to use my cunning action to disengage and back up closer to the others, so we're in a closer unit.
Alrighty then. You could do that. Disengage and run away.
It's not running away, it's tactically retreating.
Alright. So you've armored up and you've ran away.
Tactically
You
retreating.
say that's it?
I mean, I guess I do have to do a thing about my grease, don't I?
Oh yeah. Do your thing. Remind everybody what exactly that thing entails.
So grease just makes a 10-foot square area based around the point that I had centered, which was directly between myself and the big scary light cat. And the light cat caused it to slip because it was not prepared for a bunch of grease to appear out of nowhere. So what it does is, while we're standing in the area, we need a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. Anybody who enters the area or leaves the area on its turn, or ends its turn in the area, must make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. So, I will make my dexterity saving throw, which this character is probably not going to have much of a problem with that. I do need to beat a 14, and that is a 15, because 8 plus 7. So, I will back out of the grease and get closer to my comrades in arms.
Alright.
Trying to get within...
And that'd be all you do?
Yeah, try to get within range of Gilby's extra bonuses.
Yobi's on top of a cat.
let you
I
do
don't
that.
think you have range for it.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
you
right.
are.
Yobi is
Right.
on top of
Yeah.
the cat.
Good.
You were actually closer to it.
Retreating means
earlier.
getting farther away from those bonuses.
That's true. She is up there. I mean, it's better to back off anyways as a partial mage.
That's a squishy boy.
It's not squishy. He's actually pretty durable, but
I'm looking at the numbers, and I gotta say, of the three of you, without your mage armor, you are the squishiest.
it's rude.
I'm just saying. All right, and up next is Light Cat. So first and foremost, this cat is very frustrated by the grease. However, it still has to pass a save to stand up. Would you say that number was?
It needs to beat a 14 for my save.
I'm gonna say a 22.
Only a little bit.
And this cat struggles to its feet. And it lets out this earth-shaking roar. This whole chamber shakes as it does.
Would that be
and it's
cage shaking work? It's in a cage and not a planet.
I mean, fair. And it's going to start bucking around and trying to shake off our little drought.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you. What is that? It's a because you're technically grappling it,
I
right?
guess. That's your call, DM.
Well, let's see. You're on its back. It's a four-legged creature. Just you know what? Give me a dex save.
Sure.
I need to write it like rodeo cowboy style, like one hand up, whole deal.
Oh dear. Yeah, you're not going
I'm
nowhere.
going nowhere. I rolled a nat 20 for a 26. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So this thing is bucking and it's trying to like thrashing and it's doing everything it can to throw you off, and it can't, and it gets tired, and it roars again. And I'm going to need, when it roars this time, I'm going to need Callie and Zug to give me wisdom saves.
No, you don't. Ah!
21.
16.
Callie passes. Ooh, Zug just barely passed.
I'm on a roll.
And as this thing roars, it's almost as if light itself is coming out of this thing's mouth in frustration. And both of you are going to take half of this damage because you passed. If I can find the right dice.
Big chunky roll.
You're going to take half of
I have a
10
question.
radiant damage.
I am currently
Yes.
flying. Is this like an effect that encompasses like a whole area sort of idea? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take half of that 10. I'm gonna take half of that half. Thank you
Also
very much.
same.
The magic users.
Mine's because partial rogue, but
Mine's because
Ah.
I'm resistant to radiant damage.
that's handy to have.
I mean, especially currently.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the Light Lion's turn. It is now Gilby's turn.
Cool beans. I want to hug this kitty and use Nature's Wrath as my sacred oath thing. As a paladin.
Oh, please tell everyone.
Yeah, sure.
I've never seen this one
As
used
an
before.
action, you can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of you that you can see. The creature must succeed on a strength or dex saving throw. Its choice, the DC is 16. Or be restrained, and it can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. Freeing itself, the vines disappear.
All right. Go ahead. What was the DC again?
16.
16. Well, the total I rolled was a 10.
Did you just make yourself a saddle?
I just brought the kitty back down into the grease if he hasn't run away from it.
He was kind of thrashing about in that general area, so no, he hasn't really moved around with it. So he's completely restrained. He's wrapped in roots, and covered in grease.
Yobi will be on the back because she's playing rodeo. Just give it a couple pats. It's like, there, calm down.
And this thing is growling. It is pissed.
I believe that's all my actions I can do because I cast a spell.
Okay. It is Callie's turn.
Okay. Cool. So, seeing as apparently grappling it and bringing it to the ground for a second time is not proving ourselves worthy, I guess I'm gonna continue to fight. I'm just gonna start with a mild little chill touch, because I need to see
Chill touch.
what of my magics I can actually use on this guy before casting big spells. So yeah, it's just a cantrip, necrotic damage. Let me roll it for the level I'm at. Let's see. It's a spell attack, so it's a, if I hit, sort of idea. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think I'm gonna hit. Oh, maybe. That's a 14 to hit. Okay.
No,
Okey-dokey.
gotta be higher.
Is the creature currently prone? Or is it just grappled?
It's technically it's restrained, so I'm gonna count that as prone. That would technically be advantage for you.
Well, I'm not in melee range, though. So that wouldn't... Okay. I would like to fly up so I'm more, like, on top of it. Like, oh, not on top, but, like, over it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like over it. Yeah.
And I would like it to make a strength save, please. Uh-huh.
Strength save. What do I have to beat?
Oh.
Because it's a dirty 20.
I don't think it's 20. It doesn't give me the immediate calculation. It's 16. No, it's not fine. Alright, just gonna, like, send out, like, a telekinetic wave to try to shove it to the ground, but it didn't work. So that's the end of my turn.
Alright. And next up would be our bard boy, Leo. And pretty much the only person anywhere close to him right now is Zug. And he is going to pull his lute out. He is going to whisper something into it. It'll turn into a viol. And he begins to play a melody.
He's one of those kinds of bards.
And Mr. Zug here, let me see what it is. He is doing. There it is. He is casting. Oh wow, that has a lot of different things going on there. Okay, let me get up here and read it out. Alright. So, our boy here is casting Heroism. And he's going to play this melody and then touch Zug. And he's going to give you 5 hit points, temporary hit points.
Cool.
And he's going to look at you and he's like, go get him.
Real inspiring, friend.
Well, I did a funny response for that one. Very, very on par. So, you really need to work on your motivational speaking.
Yes. I don't like to fight. And it is Zug's turn. That's all he can do because he has one.
Okay,
action.
so as this cat is now on the ground, covered in grease, restrained, we're just wailing on this thing. So he's going to step up to be within 20 feet and throw a dagger. And would you argue that a friendly you'll be on the back of this cat would be considered a friendly within range for a sneak attack?
I would say so.
Sweet, so I'm going to do a dagger throw for a sneak attack.
Yep.
That is a natural 20, 27 to hit. It
27.
was a natural 20. 27.
Yeah, no, that hits.
Hey, it's my turn for a natural 20 next.
Yeah, just roll them all around. Well, I got the worst roll on the D4 I could have gotten. That's a 1. But, so that's 5, 9. 9 for the dagger damage, and then for the sneak attack, I'm going to roll that on D&D Beyond because I don't want to roll 4 D6s. That is a 21 on the sneak attack roll.
So, 30 damage.
Unless you want to
Goddamn.
also multiply out that sneak attack for the critical hit, which I'm not going to say no to it if you want to.
I mean, my criticals are max damage plus your rolled damage. So,
That's
what's the total?
24 plus a 21. So 45 on the sneak attack. And then,
Jesus.
Certainly found some sort of weak spot.
Rogues.
Goodness.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay.
throw the dagger, think you're gonna hit him like in the shoulder, something actually hit him in the eye, like, oof, oh, sorry. Wasn't my intention there.
Actually, I'm going to say it lodges in his nose,
Aw.
which is a worse spot.
Now the poor cat's gonna sneeze.
And this thing yells out in pain as this bright colored liquid pours out of its nose. It's even got glowing blood.
So that'd be it for me.
That's it. And now it's gotta try to break this restraint here.
And it's a unicat.
You said I gotta pass a 16, right?
That is correct.
Cool. It got a 19.
Plus 14 to get past the grease, so it could fall back over again.
This is true. There's a 15 on the dex save.
The unicat is upset.
This thing, it begins to like flex under this roots and vines, and they start to smoke and they start to burn, and they kind of like just break apart, and he stands up, and he's pissed. You've heard it. You've heard it bad. The rain stops. This light rain stops. And he looks at Zug. And I'm going to need Zug to roll me a dexterity save
Dexterity save.
as this thing lunges at you.
Ooh, that's fun. So dexterity save. I'll roll it on the beyond. There's a 17.
17. By one. One.
That modifier's pretty nice.
And you just barely roll out the way as this thing lunges full force and stomps down on the spot where you were standing, leaving 4 smoking footprints from its feet. And it is going to shake its mane and roar one last time. And I'm going to need all 3 of you to give me wisdom saves. Yeah, wisdom saves.
19.
I don't think I saved this one.
Passes.
I got 6.
And
20.
Wisdom is
55.
not the strong suit of the Fritz.
you'll be in. Let's see what Leo got. Let's see. Leo got a 19 on the die. That's nice. and, and this, as this thing roars, just almost as if coming off of it in quills, these little spears of light shoot forth from all different directions off of this line. And everybody who passed will take half of 6. Zug will take the full 6.
We'll take half of that too. Thank you.
Radiant
Also take
damage.
half of the 6. Thank you very much.
Listen, I'm trying.
I'm going to uncanny dodge the ever-living crap out of this fight. I'm just saying. If you got it, use it.
And it is Yuli's
Cool
turn.
beans. I would like. I believe it's kind of like imbuing her acts with a wrathful smite kind of magic as her bonus action. And then I would like to whap it a couple times.
Do it.
Bad kitty. Alright, that'll be a 19 and a 25.
Dang. A 19 and a 25. They both hit. Yeah.
Second. Gotta do all the damage totals. It's easily done to cut all the extra bits out.
Yep.
I've confused myself.
Got the bonk on.
Yeah, I was making sure I was rolling the dice correctly. I was like, what is going on? Why do I see all these extra numbers?
Ah, yes, the most difficult part of any D&D game. Simple math.
Yeah. And fighting a cat.
I'm listening to a dog whine at my door because I locked him out of the room.
I'm about to kick mine out after I finish my turn because she's yelling at me.
He has hot spots and has been digging nonstop. It's very frustrating.
Oh, the Wrathful Smite deals 1d6 psychic damage. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of you until the spell ends. As an action, the creature can make a wisdom check against your spell save DC to steal its resolve and end this spell.
Well, it is a good thing this thing is legally elemental.
That'll be 19 damage in total. 5 of it is
19 damage.
The psychic.
Cool. He smacked this thing a couple times on the head, and it shudders, and it looks a bit dazed. And it's kind of stumbling a little bit, but it's still ready to fight.
Solid. That is the end of my turn.
All right, Callie.
Okay, so it's looking kind of dazed and weak, yeah?
From your point of view, yeah.
Phrase it that way. Okay. Well, I haven't been able to determine what sort of damage would actually be effective on this guy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it, and if I waste a spell slot, I guess I waste a spell slot. You'll be still on top of it, yes? Cool.
Yeah.
I would like to fly down to where I'm like kind of right next to where Gilby is, as if I was like standing next to her but not touching the creature, so that I can then aim away from her when I cast this spell, so she's not in the cone.
That's fair.
Kelly is going to take a deep breath and then cast Dragon's Breath. Gonna straight up dragon
Very
fight
nice.
this guy. I'm gonna try. We'll try acid. Yeah, we'll try acid damage.
Acid?
So he needs to make, let's see, a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. He's not great at these. That's 16 total.
16 is my save, so he takes half. But that's okay. That was only 6 because I rolled really low on the damage. Yeah.
So half of 6.
And specifically, I'd like to watch and see if this acid damage actually takes, because my other damages have not been effective.
Well, as this acid splurts all over this guy, most of it missing, what does hit begins to singe his mane, and it starts burning it away a little bit.
I have found one thing. Okay, that's basically all I can do. So for now, I'm just gonna kind of be right here, right next to Yelby. So we'll see how that goes.
And Leo. See, Leo, he looks around, sees the three of you fighting with this, like, this amount of courage he's never seen before, because he's a book nerd. He hides, and he is going to walk up as close as he can get to this lion. He is going to start playing another melody on his lute, or on his viol. And he is going to attempt to put this thing to sleep with a level 4 sleep spell.
Well, I hope he catches all of the lion in his spell range, because it's the lowest HP first.
I'm just like, oh man.
He moved up as close as he could, specifically so he'd only catch
Okay.
the lion. 5d8.
It's funny because
Here.
that was actually on my back burner for like at the point where I felt like it was probably hard enough.
Ooh. And it's not enough to put the thing to sleep. Damn it.
So it has at least 6 HP, because that's the lowest he can roll with that.
That's fair. That is very fair.
And he looks kind of defeated a little bit as this thing didn't work, as this lion is just glaring at him very heartily now. And he looks terrified. And it is
Can I
Zug's
give him
turn.
a reassuring nod?
You can't.
I mean,
He just looks terrified.
Just like you did it. You tried your
you
best.
miss every
Nod.
you missed every shot you don't take. At least you tried to make a shot.
Cries and Callie. It's fine.
So it looked like acid did good, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to think what else has been done damage-wise for elements. It's
Not much. I keep missing.
fair. So no, acid did pretty good. I would like to try, since I still have an extra couple uses of this. Have we tried is it frost? Yeah, cold, sorry. Have we tried cold?
I don't think so.
I would like to try cold damage, please. For my chromatic
Okay.
orb that I create an orb of cold and throw it at the cat.
Think fast.
All right.
Here, kitty, kitty, fetch!
Oh.
Wrong animal.
It works on my cat. My cat loves to play fetch. So that is a to hit 21.
To hit 21 hits.
Sweet. So it's 3d8 cold. Three d8s of cold. That is 16 cold.
16 cold. And as this ice and this cold hits him, it starts to smoke a bit from the heat from the light, and it dissipates very fast. He looks vastly unaffected.
Nice. That's well. That'd be it for me then. I'll stay back a little bit.
All right. Now, this thing is going to right itself and shake its head to clear its daze from the last bonk. And it's gonna roar this roar, it sounds different from the angry ones from before. It's more of a jovial sound, very happy and proud sound. And it is going to attempt to shake loose from Milby again.
He can try. Let's do this.
Give me a dex save. There
Yeah,
you go.
I don't know if I can impose help by being flying and right next to her, but that would be cool if I could, like, stabilize her.
That would be a 17.
What was that number? 17. Just barely.
Whoop.
You'll be shown.
This thing, it puts a foot down in front of it. Very firm step down. And it once again is going to roar up at the sky. And these spears of light are going to start exuding from its body. I'm going to need everyone to give me that save once again.
Wisdom?
Yep.
Why's it gotta be wisdom?
Because I said so.
Oh. Hey, Yelby,
God
what's your
damn
ad
you.
right now for being close to you?
I believe it is +5.
Thanks.
I think. How close is Zug?
Within 20 feet of the
Well, yeah, but
lion.
Within
of the
20
lion,
feet?
we're on top of the lion. How tall is the
Okay.
lion?
I think I only have a
25
10-foot.
feet by the description.
Yes, it's big, big.
Yeah, I only have 10 feet of space.
I got to 12.
So what I saw was 28, a 19, a 12, what did Leo get? And a 7. Oof. Okay. Well, those of you who pass, which are Callie and Yulby, will take half of 12.
That
Well,
makes sense.
max damage on that. It's nice. And the other two will take 12.
I shall also take 6. I refuse to take the 12.
There's
I have a question. Does this count as a spell?
technically yes.
Oh,
Yes, it
I have
does.
Aura of Warding. It says you and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you have resistant to damage from spells.
Well, you take half of half.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, I already have resistance, so I don't think that stacks for me. But.
doesn't stack.
But thank you.
And it is now Yuli's turn.
I think she's pleased as punch, because that roar was definitely a fun one. So I think she's gonna try to like wrap one hand more in his fur so she can like stabilize herself, because she's been doing pretty well with that on the lion, and use a one-handed axe swing to bonk him a couple more times. See how well this works. That'll be a 17 and a 22.
The first one misses, the second one hits.
Sweet. Okay, that would be 11 damage plus 2 psychic damage.
So 12 or
Yes.
13 damage. Oof. It rocks back and forth a little bit. Kinda hurt. It tries to steady itself. And it stops moving. Is that all you?
That's all she's got. She's gonna keep riding this wave, see how long it goes. This is a fun rodeo.
It is now Callie's turn.
Okay. I'm reading one thing. Give me 1 second.
So you could say it's a perfect rodeo? Yeah. Words are hard.
Okay, you know what? This thing keeps roaring. It's my turn. I'm gonna fly around to in front of it.
Yes.
like, just face this thing directly. I'm looking right at its face. Maybe, like, I don't know, 5 feet away, 10 feet away from the face. And then I'm gonna roar. I would like to use
Do your thing.
my ability called Imposing Roar, and I need them to make a Wisdom saving throw, please. As an earth-shattering roar echoes through this space.
All right, what is that save there?
16.
How much? 16. Yeah, he
Okay,
passed.
now,
It was, 18
Per
on
the
the
rules
die.
you gave me, even if he passes, he's still stunned for 2 rounds.
Correct.
Womp womp.
This is correct. And he... I mean, it looks like when you would stun a character in a video game. Like, he
yeah,
looks
just
like he can't move.
reverberation through the body. Kelly's just gonna look very proud of this.
slightly-
It's fine.
Has that soft yellow gleam in his body as he can't move.
I still technically have an action, and Imposing Roar is a feat, not a spell, so I would like to also cast a spell. Imposing
Okay.
Roar is a bonus action. Okay. You know,
Dun, dun,
I'm
dun.
gonna take 2 with that sleep. Yeah, let's see.
Go for it.
If I fail, he's still stunned. If I succeed, hey, great.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Fair.
Oops. Click the wrong button for D&D Beyond. I don't know if it's actually casting there. There it goes. Okay. All right. Let's see. It says roll 5d8. There's the button. Couldn't find it for a moment. 17. Okay, that's fine.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to attempt to magically put it to sleep, but I fail, but it's still stunned. I am satisfied.
It is stunned sleepless.
Oh, jeez.
What? I mean, he's stunned and he's not
Right.
sleeping, so he's stunned sleepless. I mean,
Our Leonin friend here, Leo, he doesn't look all that great. He's taken a decent amount of damage at this point. But he stands up and he sees all the work y'all are doing. And with a little bit more of a renewed courage, he steps back up in front of this lion, which is now stunned. So it makes it easier for his cowardly bard self to do this. And he begins to play this very hypnotic melody on his viol. And as he does, first and foremost, I need every single one of you to give me wisdom saves.
that's just rude.
Yeah, well, this doesn't distinguish from friend or foe. Homebrew spell.
Hey! Natural 2022.
I got
22, 30.
yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know that I'm close enough to Yelby to get that bonus anymore. I think I flew just outside her range, which leaves me at 14.
All right. Well, even with that bonus, it wouldn't have been enough. So, as he begins to play this melody, Callie, you begin to sway with the melody. So does this lion, because the lion failed too. And before you and this lion appears this massive purple ball of yarn. And it begins to roll away. And you and the lion begin to chase it.
I wonder how that works when he's incapacitated, but I'm gonna let it roll. Huh?
I thought he's
Yeah, he's
stunned.
stunned.
It's a
He's
spell,
incapacitated
okay.
presently.
Let's see. That's fair.
So the cat just watches longingly
He
as I
struggles
fly off after.
and tries to move,
He's
but he can't.
sees the ball of yarn. Eyes just grow.
And can't go.
Yeah, that pupil is very dilated. And that was a homebrew spell called Hypnotic Illusion.
Very neat.
Just frozen in place. Huge eyes.
He's like, I want to get it, but I can't. And it is Zug's turn.
Alright, so he's currently hypnotized and or stunned. Well, he's stunned for at least one other turn. Can he get to Callie to give her a shake to try to snap her out of the hypnosis?
You'd have to chase Callie down. She's currently moving around in a circle, chasing a yarn ball that you can't see.
Well,
She's just moving in a
he
circle.
could, so look at interrupt the motion. He doesn't need to chase her, just
Yeah.
wait if she's moving around in circles.
Tell you what, if you're gonna try to catch her, give me an athletics.
He's good with that. That is a 18 plus 6. 24.
18 plus 6. Just for because I don't know. Callie, give me a dex save.
Okay. Do-do-do. That's terrible. That's a 5. Okay.
It's a 5. Yeah, he catches you.
Catch, give a little
I
shake,
had
like
moved
snap out of
down
it.
enough to cat eye level, so I guess he can grab I don't know, my ankle or something.
Ankle pulls you down.
Carry by the foot, pull you down to the ground. Knock it off.
Does that work?
It does. As soon as he grabs you, it breaks the spell.
Oh, cool. The spell breaks. You hear a string of words in Draconic, which are probably curse words, and she'll kind of shake herself off and be ready to go again. And then there's a pause, and then thanks.
Nah, don't mention it. Figured you'd do the same.
And is that all of Zug's turn?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay. Next up is the thing that can't do anything. It's completely incapacitated. So it is Yulby's turn.
Yeah. Well, this is just a fun time. Because now I get advantage while sitting on top of this guy.
That's correct.
I'm just gonna go double-handed because he's just frozen there. I bet I could feel the muscles flexing underneath, right? Because oh, I want to get the yarn.
Yes, it's definitely a cat that wants to chase something but can't. That's the stance this thing is taken.
Alright, first one's a 24.
24. Yeah, that hits.
Second one is a 22.
That also hits.
Oh, now I got big numbers to work with. 13 plus 6, 19. And then I still have Wrathful Smite up. And I hit him twice, so that's 2d6.
Ooh.
And that will be 6 psychic damage. So 25 in total.
As you bonk this thing in the head, its body relaxes a little bit, And those of you on the ground will see its eyes return to normal. And it's got this sad look in its face.
I was expecting an attack and it would break the illusion.
Makes sense.
He's a bard who doesn't like to fight. So he casts a spell to hypnotize people and then runs away.
I mean, more power to him. I'm just saying. I figured it was gonna happen with the cat. That's why he went and got Callie first.
Is that all of your
Yeah,
turn?
she's like I said, she's here for the rodeo.
All right. It is now Callie's turn.
Oh boy. She's been wildly ineffective so far this fight. I'm gonna try one more dragon's breath because apparently that's the only thing I've managed to hit it with. So let's try it again. Gonna go ahead and cast to that 4th level. Go all in. Why not? I would again like to position myself, like come up to it, but stop within that 15 foot so I don't hit my friend.
I mean, you can easily angle yourself to where you don't hit.
I
nobody.
don't
This thing is
friendly
huge.
fire.
So we just confirmed that dragons are cats.
What? No, I'm hitting the cat. I'm not hitting my allies. Like somebody who just charmed me. Anyway, let's see. That is a dexterity saving throw, which it cannot do because it's incapacitated. It just automatically fails. So it's going to go ahead and take 15
This is
acid
correct.
damage.
Ow. It's the same effect the dragon or the lion has. Yep, it takes that 15 damage, and this acid is eating away at the fur around its mane and its body, and it's actually got a couple bald spots now.
Callie will cross her arms. Just. Are we done here, or do we need to fight until you can't fight? Well, I know.
He's still incapacitated, so.
The point is the taunt, not the actual answer to the question, okay? Yeah,
It
that's all she can do right now.
Is that all for Callie? It is our Leonin friend's turn. He is going to realize that his spell didn't do what he would typically have it do, and he is going to back away as far as he can. He is going
Probably
to
wins.
point. He's going to look over at his closest ally, which would be Zug, and he's going to say, he's going to give you a bardic inspiration. He's going to say, "Give it your all," as he hides from way back away.
Okay. So, I think Slug would respond with, it's getting a little bit better. Also, I picture Callie standing there like, "Are you done yet?" Like the crossed arms, tapping her foot, like that mom that's like, "Are you done yet?"
Basically,
kid's throwing a
like she's
tantrum.
like, we've clearly shown you that we have the upper hand here. Like, are you gonna just keep fighting until you can't, or can we just be done?
All right. So we have one more turn left in the stun, right?
Yep.
So is he gonna break stun this turn or next turn? My brain is trying to figure out the math there.
This is turn number 2, so break it next
Okay.
turn.
I really don't feel like it's worth hitting him this turn while he's still stunned if he's going to possibly give up.
Yeah.
We
What's
might.
your thought?
Okay. I'm breaking out for just a second. So Tex, you can cut it here and then we can come back. But yes.
The record scratch.
Isn't it kind of meta to know exactly how many turns he's gonna be stunned for?
I guess it's
Especially since Kelly has
fair.
not
It's
used
fair.
the spell or feat in front of you guys before. So,
I guess that's fair.
yeah, I'm just like, I don't know
It's
how
fair.
Zek would know exactly how long it is.
I also just want to just wail on a random creature for this much, but I see what you're saying.
Okay, cut back in.
So you don't really want to wail at a creature as much, but probably still should. Yeah, we'll do it again.
Do it.
So how does a 25 to hit feel?
And then what is it you're doing?
Chromatic Orb again as
Chromatic
acid,
orb. Yeah, I mean 25
as
hits.
acid at level 2.
Acid. 25 hits.
That's 20 acid damage.
20 acid damage. Jesus. You've burned like this massive splotch of fur away on its underbelly. And all of this light all over its fur and its eyes dims a bit. And you can see it's breathing slow a little bit, like it's calming down. But it's still stunned, so it can't move yet.
So I'll use the movement, plus I can use my bonus action to move as close as possible. I won't be able to get my dagger back next turn,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll walk up.
Go for it.
That'll be
Yeah.
it for me.
That's it. Yeah, and this thing, like I said, it's calming down. The lights are dying off. The lights in the room are actually dimming down too, as it seems to slowly relax a bit. And yet it still can't move. See this little shuddering shimmer effect still around it. It still can't move. So Yulby, it is your turn.
She was a little bit curious about the pause. So this is a long time not to like hit back or anything after it made such a stink. But for good measure, because this guy wanted to fight, she doesn't know where the end is for this. She's gonna turn her axe so it's not like the sharp pointy end. And more of a blunt side effect. And just
Essentially fly
Yeah.
swatting him with the axe.
And just be like, quit it. Be done. And whaps him a couple more times on the head.
Oh, jeez.
First one's a 17. I know that doesn't hit. Even with advantage.
Yep.
A 21.
That hits.
The 8 plus 6. Be 14 damage.
14 damage. Yeah, you've messed this thing up, right?
Chastise it. Quit it.
And shudders a little bit. Still. And it's takes a deep. You can hear it. You feel it. Take a deep breath. And is that all of Yulby's turn?
She'll kind of pat it on the side, but that's about it.
Okay. Callie, you're up.
Okay. I see it calming down. I see it relaxing. I notice the dimming. Okay. I'm gonna go to like land right in front of it. I look up at it, and I'd like to hold an action. Because basically, I want to give it a chance to recover and speak if it wants to. But if it decides to instead attack, and since I'm holding an action, I need to specify if it tries to attack me or any of my allies. I would like to hold another dragon's breath just right in its face.
Alright.
Yeah, I want to see what it does. I'm trying
Is
to give
that
it a
all
chance.
for Callie?
Because Callie tends to, you know.
And Leo is watching everything going on, and he's gonna essentially yell at this line. Yeah, you better calm down, and they're gonna kick your ass.
Leo,
and,
shut up.
So he's essentially casting vicious mockery at it. He's not the smartest person, okay? Well, common sense wise, anyway. Let's see. No, he passes the saving throw, so he's fine. It is our boy Zug's turn.
So I mean, his action is just going to be, he's going to first, I do apologize for this one, Lagos there, and he's going to take his dagger back.
Ouch. This just gotta hurt. Is
Yeah,
that it?
I'll get it for there.
Alright. And on this thing's turn, he's just gonna sit down. Sit down in that proud position that you typically see cats and big cats do. Yulby, roll me a dexterity save at disadvantage.
Yeah, sure.
Because this is definitely not
Just
expected.
flops down.
How's an 18?
You just barely hold on.
Amazing.
I'm determined. I have a cat mount at the moment. I've been here for most of the battle.
Been there since your first turn.
And
Yeah, basically.
you, the four of you here in your heads, you have all done well. But I have to ask, will someone please get the little one off of my back?
She'll laugh and then she'll like slide off.
You have all, as a group, passed the test of courage. However, and it looks over at Leo, who is hiding far away as he can be. You, as the most cowardly of the group, stood in my face and hypnotized me. You have showed courage through being scared. None of these three were ever scared at this moment. You were. I believe you have earned the right to accept the pact or not. So long as you bring back the large boulder of purple fluff. Leo's sitting back, stunned, speechless, and terrified still. The lion thingy is talking in my head.
Kind of does that, but I do have a concern, though. Didn't the gatekeeper mention that Lagios is one of the more difficult elements to have in a bond?
And you hear the lion speak. The gatekeeper runs his mouth an awful lot. If I have chosen someone to be as a pact holder, then I will obey their command so long as they don't tell me to do something indignant.
Well, he'll also have to be willing to run away from the other folk. He nods once.
Oh yes, there are a few that are, I suppose hunting is the best word I can find for it currently, but they will be after you once you're released from here.
And Leo starts walking over towards the lion. And the lion says, I think once I have been released from here, there aren't many people who can challenge me in a fight where I cannot die. So
One of them is a godling who can seal creatures like you.
oh, that one.
They also
I know of who you speak.
they also have your friend, at least with them, so that could possibly create a wrinkle.
Fade, the shadeling.
Yes.
Yes. He sits and ponders. Then perhaps if this one does not take the pact, or if he is willing, we will wait in the gatekeeper's tavern until we are needed, because they cannot reach us there.
You'll have to forgive my overabundance of questions, but I did think that part of the rules about this pact was somebody on this world needed to make them.
What would happen if you go out of
You
it?
spent an extended amount of time not on this plane even, or even in this timeline.
Oh. For me, that is a bit different. I am responsible for the creation of the light in the world. And so long as the sun shines, I shall have a link to this world. I am one of the few who were born in this world, and I am one of the few who will remain in this world. So I'll be fine in the tavern. It's just a pocket dimension is all.
And what of Fade, then?
Fade was also born of this world. And if he has chosen a pact holder, truly chosen a pact holder,
You
then I do not worry
misunderstand my
for him.
question. Fade seeks
Because-
to reunite with you.
Oh yes, that has always been
If you
Little
move
Brother's thing.
somewhere where he cannot reach you, what then?
He will continue searching. I have not been apart from him as long as we have currently, so I know that unless you are summoned to the gatekeeper's tavern or allowed in there, you cannot go in there regardless of how powerful you are. So even if they are to find a door, they will not be able to enter through it. I would not worry about Fade.
Well, I did give them. I mean, we collectively gave them our word that we would help you. It seems almost cruel to deny them the one thing they wanted when they helped you so much.
Until his influence on let's just put it this way. Fade will be fine. There's no other way. You'll just have to run into him again and see. You will understand the next time you see him.
She's just quiet now. Looks little in a way. Like looks away from the lion.
The lion looks over at Leo. Now, if you will hurry up and make up your mind on this pact, and then summon me that purple ball of fluff again, we can be on our way.
Leo, are you prepared to live in a tavern for the rest of your life?
Oh, I already live there.
Alright, are you
I have a
prepared to
library in the upstairs.
stay, to not leave?
That's fine. There's a lot to learn about this world, apparently, and I think it'll be fun. And he's like shaking as he puts out his arm for the pact because he has no idea what's going on.
I think Gilby just crosses her arms.
This lion touches his nose to Leo's fist. And this lion tattoo with the mane of a sun appears on Leo's arm. And then a little bright, brilliantly white lion cub appears on Leo's shoulder. With that same voice. Now, let us leave this place before the prison I was held in collapses.
Just gonna start walking that way. No more words.
Yep.
As you all exit the prison back into the temple, that is where we will stop. All right.
Life Lion. Go Burr. Any hoozles. We'd like to hear from you on what you think of the show going on so far. The shenanigans, the rodeos, there's more things that happen in my brain's drawing blanks. Always the puns. I always love to hear about the puns. Or give me more puns. That's always good. Give us, 5 stars best star, 1 star mean star. And you can do that on your catcher of your choosing for rates and reviews. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah. Speaking of hearing from you, if you pop on over to our Discord, we're always chatting in there. You can chat about the show or what you heard, or recently somebody popped in with some questions about it, and we just kind of chatted a little bit and talked, and I don't know, just come hit us up. We'd like to hang out. Links in the description down below.
You can also check out our social media at Fate's Rest on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, where you're updated with all the recent things.
And lastly, I leave you with the topic of the week. And this week, we're going to stick with the little theme of combat here, and I want to hear about the most ridiculous combat encounters you've had to participate in. These could be ridiculous in like a why did everybody die moment. This could be ridiculous as in how did that even happen? The funny, serious, just overly ridiculous combat moments. For example, riding a light elemental like a fucking bronco.
I got a good one for you to ask me about. Ask about the bear cubs.
Oh, God.
You can just hear the regret in the voice.
I regret nothing. I didn't do it. All right. And as always,
Love you. Goodbye.
love you.
Bye.
Bye.